Right, we're going again. I think this time it may work. Should work. Anyway, let's have a look. Right, here we go. So, let's start again. So now we're live again. Okay. So now we're live again. Cool. Okay. Now we're live again. And let's just... Cool. Yes. Yes. Cool. We're in business. Now we got sound. Brilliant. So... If anyone has any questions, if there's any producers around. Got our horns here going on. We got that nicely. Not there, but here. Just working on samples for my new pack. Oh, thank you, bro. Oh, man. Good to hear that. Nice to have someone in the live as well. If you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Yeah, that's my thing. Just trying to break things down from, from a professional understanding to someone that, is on any kind of level to be able to understand, to unlock the, unlock the gates, as it were. Because this stuff is not, I've been doing it a long time, so it's not that it's that complicated. It can be complicated, but it can also be broken down to be quite simple, Obviously, like if you want to be some kind of master, Jedi master, it's going to take time, but you can do some really good stuff pretty quickly, So yeah. It's going to be on the new pack, by the way. We all get stuck creatively sometimes, To me, you've just got to then Is it back? Is it back? Can you hear me? Can you hear me again? Are we good? Let me know if you can hear. Oh, sweet. I don't know what happened. Very strange. But yeah. OBS. Technology, man. So yeah, this is another one from the pack. How's the volume of the Logic? You can still hear that, yeah? How's that sounding? I think I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah. Tighten these up a little bit more. Maybe. Oh wow, they're too low. So maybe have it like that. Put them up there. Can you is it still active? Yeah. Oh cool, man. Oh brilliant. That's what we like, mate. Yeah, just as I said, watch tutorials, listen to stuff, try and just take in as much music as you can to help you, you know, and you'll get there, man. You'll get there. We all get creative blocks. I'm hearing things that are just slightly off, you know, so I'm just correcting things like as I go. That last one was bugging me. I want it to be tight. Let's see if I can just maybe. So this bit. Can you still hear? Can you still hear Logic? Yeah. the piano MIDI. Still. So yeah, we got that nice section at the end with the stabs. Nice. Any other producers, musicians? So Slum Gold, what were you engineering? What kind of stuff? And yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate all the nice comments and feedback. It always it's always nice to hear that you're doing stuff and it's helping people, especially in today. There was one little that was a bit out. Was it this one? Oh wow, that's crazy, man. Panama and Colombia, I love that, bro. It's so crazy because obviously doing and Mexico, oh man, doing this, I've met people from literally all over the all over the place, which has been so cool. Literally from South America, Guatemala, Brazil. Yeah, it's crazy. Right, I'm going to bounce this out now because I'm happy with it. I'll stick it into the folder. Right, let's go new colors, and it's called Red Green Go C# minor. That's the one. Bounce that out, replace that what I've already got. I keep tweaking these things, like for this pack. I'm never happy, so I'll do something and then I'll do it again. I wanted to play this one. I was checking, so is that, don't know if you can hear that actually. No, I probably can't hear that, so I'm gonna run the original track from here. So I'm going to just open Tulips, I think it's called Tulips. Here we go. I'll just open up a new session, or open up another session. We can have a look at what we got here, you know. Okay, Tulips is, where is it? Let me find it, because for some reason I updated Logic and it can never find any of these stupid files anymore. Like, I'm like, for God's sake, just give me my files. I love this sample. Got that vintage kind of thing to it, you know. But there's that. How's that sound, guys, out there? You feeling that? It's funny because on their own the horn sounds really crap, but like together in the mix kind of sound cool. Bass makes it for me, you know. All programmed, all the Scarby Rickenbacker, but yeah, it's just such a crazy bass, you know. Yeah. So what I'm doing at the moment is these are all for a new pack that's coming out in about a week or so. So I'm just like working, and the main theme of this pack is like it's vintage 70s, sort of like, you know, Griselda, West Side Gun, J. Cole, that kind of thing. So that's the inspiration for this. Yeah, that sample's really, really nice. I love that, I must say. I'm very, very happy with that one. Just the horns are just like, the horns are horning. Play another one. God, tired. Any other questions? Happy to go through them, you know. Here comes another sample. So I've got 11 samples in this pack, actually, this upcoming pack. That's the artwork that I did. So I do all the art and stuff as well. So yeah. So yeah, I always want to finish something before I move on. But then sometimes I just sort of like, the inspiration disappears and I just leave it, and then I'll come back to, you know, I can come back to stuff. That's not a problem. I just don't really pressure myself. Yeah. Thankfully, I've got a lot of other things I can do, which, you know, work-wise as well. Playing live and doing a lot of teaching, so I'm not like under pressure. So I kind of like to put the time in to make them really good before I kind of put them out. I'd rather do quality over quantity. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So I don't make beats much anymore, although I have got like a type beat channel, but I haven't uploaded to it for ages. But luckily, I still make a lot of sales from old beats that are on there, which is great. But yeah, what I like to do is normally, for a sample, I'll try and have like each 8 bars or so changes. You know, a new instrument comes in, or I change the chords slightly. So even on this, you can see I've got like, this is like my intro-y part straight in, and then we kind of go 1, 2, 3, then we change it, add in that guitar, then we're going to change the chords and the rhythm slightly to kind of go here to see it. See, so we've got like this intro-y bit, which still has like it develops over time. Then we come into that next section, which where it changes up again. You know, so that's kind of what we're thinking here. You know. Yeah, which is cool. Let me look at another sample about the rain. We could go with re-up. Let me just check this one. Vita. Yeah, we'll look at Vita. File open. Vita. Right, just opening another one now. So yeah, I hope that kind of helps question wise, you know, with what you wanted to know. So yeah, definitely keep your samples interesting. Oh, sorry, I'm tired, man. So for me, a chorus section should be like, you know, that's going to be your biggest main part of whatever you're doing. It's different when I've got a vocalist. I'm working with a vocalist, because sometimes, you know, that really dictates a lot of how you're going to go with the chorus. But again, for these samples, I'm just trying to give as many different parts to, you know, the producer that's going to effectively sample it as possible. So like, I'm trying to make interesting, hooky. Oh, cheers, bro. Yeah, Tarantino. Yeah, that's it. That exactly. So the whole thing is sort of 70s vibes, you know. I mean, here's another one which is. Got that again. Change, so something new sounds have come in. And then we change. Down again. Jackie Brown, yeah, I love that. That's the idea. You know, I think of it like someone like Tyler, you know, would use that kind of thing. So I'll maybe sample something like that, you know. Love the bass and the drum. What's up? Out with the in crowd. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think, what did I start with for this? I think I always start with the guitar, and I just would have like sort of so. I would have just like started messing around with some chords. You know, so normally I start with the guitar and then I kind of oh, thanks, bro. No, I'm sure you sound good, man. So what I'm trying to do, like, and then the first thing I probably would program is normally some crap piano sound, but then like I'll take it in my mind, I'll think in my head, where am I going to go with this sonically? Like, am I going to try and make it sound sort of like, if I'm going to go 70s, then there's certain instruments, or like vintage sample, there's certain instruments that I'm going to think about, like the vibes, which is like the vibraphone, the old school piano, which is like got that like broken piano type feel. This one, you know. Also, I programmed this in a different key. It's down here. And also, like, there's certain kinds of chords and voicings that work well in this genre as well. And I kind of over the years got to know, depending on the genre, what kind of voicings, what kind of chords, what kind of sounds are going to work well in that genre. Now you can change it up. That's what Coop the Truth does quite a bit. You know, it'll be kind of like a vintage 70s sample, but he'll add textures that are from like the Chase Bliss like pedals or whatever. But on this particular occasion, I wanted it to be like, feel like it was actual authentic sort of 70s, you know. Using good sounds. That choir is really, really good. This choir here, you can hear it. Cheers, bro. And then da da da. And when I do those like arrangement stops, like those, I always play them on. I normally come up with those like on the guitar, because like that's my main. You know, and then I just translate that to the to what's on the on Logic, and and with my drum programming, I'll mark out those stops and stuff. Da ga do do boom ga ga ga. Do you know what I mean? So like, I love the drums. Like, these drums are so nice. You know, that kick that's really lazy. Dum scat dum dum ga. Little tambourine. That's it. And do you know what's cool about these old samples? Like, don't quantize everything, because like these were played by obviously real musicians back in the day. And you know, there's that little bit of like natural drift. You know, obviously I'm still quantizing, but I just nudge stuff around. And then those little la la, those little extra like source harmony things just all sort of pop in my head as I'm playing through the empty shell. I just hear things, and then I put them in on different sounds, sometimes experiment. Like I actually recorded, this is this guitar, you know? And all these stems will be available as well in the pack. It just sounds so nice. You know, in the mix. You know, J. Cole, Kendrick, that's the idea, like that they could sample this and it would just be like, yeah, super fire. But yeah, that guitar again, it adding that human element. It just to me brings the next level of realism, because if I take that out, it's subtle, but it's not as bring it in. Subtle, you see. And then so yeah, you see, there's so many little tricks you can do to just make it, make it sound interesting. I'll open up one more from here. Don't worry, ignore. Let's go About the Rain. Let's see how that one sounds. So, open About the Rain. The crazy thing is, every time I open one of these, I start to go like, do I want to I actually want to start changing the mix and stuff, you know? Can you hear the guitar, by the way? Let me know if you can hear the guitar. I love those stabs. I always think of like Kanye back in the day. Do you know what I mean? The cool thing is, if you were to put them into Serato sample or something like that, you could just you could really have a field day with, like, especially stuff like this. You just like loop. Do you know what I mean? I'm just messing about, but like, yeah, you can start to do some cool stuff with it. I might add something to this. when I make these samples, I'm thinking about having moments. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's calls with the stems. You can do loads because. Exactly, chop it and flip it. You know. Bit of a clash on that last chord. Now I'm just hearing those two. But kind of works. I guess it works just about. My ear normally tells me if something's not quite working right, you know. Yeah, cool. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah, when you go to that chord there, when you go to that 5 chord, you know, you can always do something crazy with that. all that crazy shit. But yeah, pretty cool. That works well for me. I'm happy with that one. So yeah, we've pretty much got. I was playing this one earlier. I'll just open it up. Did I show you this one? Don't save. Tune it. Actually, skip. We'll try maybe re-up. File open. Gonna open another one now. Re-up. Any more questions? Anything else you guys want to know? Happy to. Haven't done this for a while, so I'm gonna come on a bit more now. I think. Now we've worked out how we can. Okay, so another one. So we go. Always having that. Cheers, bro. Yeah, I love this one. Might be one of my faves, you know. Just so nice. You know. Just. Very, very nice melody. Da. Yeah, electric guitar. Yeah, I played all the electric stuff. I've got about 5 electric guitars, I think. I use mainly this one for it. Yeah, I mainly use this one, and I recorded it clean, but then I distorted it with the plugin. I'll show you my plugin, what I use for it. So we've just got this like little vibe here that I'll show you. I'm loving this plugin right now on guitar. The Silver Spring plugin sounds so nice. It sounds really realistic. I love it. So if I just show you the guitars, like just like, you know, and with the other guitar. Wanted to get that nice like unison line. Cheers, bro. Melody. We've got the choir going crazy as well. You know, I want it so that if you solo just these parts, you can get something really nice. No drums. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I might break this one down on the video. Can't remember what key I wrote it in, but is it? C minor. So it was like bum, bum, ba, doo, doo, dum. Just that was my first idea for it, was just to be going like. As simple as that, you know. And then it's just C minor. You know, so that's all we're doing really. So. Vibes, right? There we go. So that's that pretty much broken down. But yeah, I think I probably will do a video on that because I do like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not going to save the changes. What else have we got on here? I broke down Alexandra Palace before. Vita. Let's see what Vita is and remind myself. Oh, we had Vita a minute ago. Summer City. Let me check that one out. I'll do Summer City quickly, and then yeah, sure. I'm just in my vintage bag right now. I'll show you one quickly. So let me just machines. I had this. I was doing this, working on this before. If I open, I'll do this. Then I'm gonna go out in a minute. So if I can find it. Machines. I called it. I don't know why I called it machines. Actually, I could do one called Elephant, which is pretty cool, which is in the pack as well. So I am gonna do this one. I am gonna have a little bit. I've got a little bit of R&B. No, cool, bro. Yeah, 100%. I know I've got a bit. As I said, I got a bit carried away with me vintage, with all my vintage stuff right now. So yeah, Logic's being funny, right? So this one is like more of a kind of R&B coupe kind of vibe. You can hear that, right? So the main body of this is just these main chords, which is like coming from Labs, which is just go. It's not Thunder and Birdsong though. But if I go to change it, it's gonna put them in something weird. We've got layers of percussion here, but they're very light. So it's like you can just that. Got this texture that's going to come in like bar 9. You know, got a vocal that I sung in my phone. An airport, just a background ambient. This texture that I just made with a reverb and a phaser. 2 basses. This is the second bass, isn't it? Kalimba just doing some like light stuff, like Kalimba just in and out, like more of a textural sound again. Loads of textures. Choir doing these nice like voicings. See? I think that note's too low for the choir, but it could go up there. Yeah, we got a vibe. For me, yeah, the R&B stuff should always be kind of sexy because that's, you know, R&B music. That's what it's about. The cool thing here is I've got Shaperbox on the master doing like some like sort of general side chaining to the whole sample, you know. Probably my favourite sound is that. Is it this? Here we go. And this one. Things going into like pockets and spaces, you know, that's, and then don't know how I made this sound. I don't know how I made this sound, but this is yeah, this is my favorite sound in the thing. You know, and you just hear it come in and out like once. 90s kind of R&B, Jodeci type feeling, you know. You got I mean, that's pretty much that one. I'll do one more called Machines, if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's open Machines, because Machines is crazy. Yeah, I reckon it did, because or on the keys. Sometimes I pull up a keys sound and I just start messing around, and but it might have been like, might have been guitar, or I might have started playing. I probably was starting playing those sounds on the keys. Yeah, this one I think's really fire. Bass is crazy, yeah. We got like I always play my bass like I'm a live bass player because I play guitar probably. Nice little fills and stuff, you know. Yeah, that's crazy. Could be like yeah, I'm not a vocalist, but UK. I might put this in the pack. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, this is fire. Simple. It's just. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. I might put guitar in. Maybe I'll add that. it's never, yeah, you just kind of go by what other people do a lot, like, and then try and just put your own twist on it, you know. But definitely, like, yeah, other instruments. I mean, for me, I try and keep it. My rule is always to keep things as simple as possible. So, you know, I'll just like think about what are my main sounds, synth wise. My main sounds, obviously, like you've got your bass, you've got your percussion, and then I try and make one or two sounds really interesting. Just don't sound like a typical. It's better if I'm doing like, you know, samples like this, like just want people to go, oh, it's not just a Rhodes or something. It's something interesting, something different, rather than it just being, oh, it's just a standard thing, you know. But yeah. This is a nice sound. Yeah. So like, where one instrument leaves you space, that's when I yeah, for sure. Like when one instrument is given space, then I'll let another one come in and take up a little bit of glory. Do you know what I mean? So that bass, because there's not much movement, the bass can really like shine here, in my opinion. Like, and it could almost play like a lead instrument, like play melody, because the chords are just so sustained, you know. So the bass is just. You know, just alone. Every element you add, like for me, as I said before, even with the same rule with the vintage stuff, if I solo like 3 instruments from here randomly, they should sound crazy together and be like, yeah, I could use just those and make something really strong out of it, you know, just like, you know, there's something taking up the high register, there's something in the middle, there's something down. You know. Change the key and it's still working, you know, and it kind of feels totally different. You know, just raised it up by a semitone, and that's the vibe, you know. Yeah, it's all good. It's all experimentation. It's all just like what works. But you know, I still listen to it and go, oh, that's really jarring me, and I'll change it a million times, you know. But that's just the nature of being creative in anything, right? You're just like, you're never truly happy. You're always thinking, what can I do better? What can I change? Da 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 da. You know. Just the way it is. Right, on that note, I think I'm going to come off, but hit me up on IG if you haven't already, B-Sticks Production. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to do more of these, like where I just sort of break stuff down, and you know, I think yeah, it's good. I enjoy it, man. So